for the 5th round of the season, we are going to head towards the Netherlands. Quite close to my home country, actually. It's the closest circuit to me, apart from Silverstone. Anyway, doing some activities. The aerodynamics equipment upgrade gives us some resource points. And the race simulations for the driver gives us some experience points, which allows for Alex Albon to give us more resource points in the practice programs that he technically simulates. Anyway, we choose them too, and then we look at the R&D screen to see if we can do any upgrades to anything. Got 800 resource points to spend. Gonna go use it on a drag reduction upgrade, which shall come in for the Spanish GP, which if I am engine power upgrade is definitely what I go for. No. Oh my god, I am so out of sync. What did I go for? It was something to do with durability. I remember it now. Durability. Okay, electronics or energy store, which one's the worst? Energy store looks okay. I can't remember. Yeah, energy store looks okay. 23%, 8%, 23%, 13%. Okay, not the control electronics. Not the energy store, but I go for the energy store. Oh my god! Anyway, we go for it. It doesn't really matter. All the upgrades we can get is quite useful. I'm going for quality control on the durability, allowing for us to have less resource points wasted in a failure of an upgrade. But now we've got a interview with Will Buxton. Hopefully this goes quite well.
It's great to be back at your headquarters, and I've got to say, an awful lot's changed since we were last here. Let's dive in. Some questions. At the moment, you seem to be a solid mid-tier team. What do you think will take your team to the next level?
Right. Few tweaks to our power unit should do. Quite far behind Renault on that. By the way, Renault is our target in everything now. Yeah, develop your drivers and your cars. So, yeah. Also, you just got to make sure everything's at the extreme.
For the Constructors' Championship this season, or just for points?
Well, I'm pretty sure if we're lucky, there'll be 3 podiums this season.
Sponsors seem to be climbing over one another to get their name onto your car. What do you plan on?
Powertrain development again, because gonna need all the engine power that you can get in F1. Oh no, not this question again. Oh well, as long as they can develop as fast as a team and they give us good results, their position is safe. I'd say Alex's position is safe. Yes, he doesn't have a name, by the way. Unfortunately, he got dropped from real life, so in the 2021 game, he won't be here. So, I'll probably have to go for someone else, maybe Yuki Tsunoda. That could be interesting. Anyway, looking at the R&D screen, don't have enough resource points for anything, but making quite a few strides, ahead of Renault, going into this GP at the moment, it seems. Looking to see if we can get any upgrades. No, we can't. And so we're just going to advance as aerodynamics equipment upgrade comes in. 600 resource points to spend on nothing, I believe. Although I do think I can get something for durability, but I don't check. Oh, wait. Yep, I go back. I know it. But I don't have enough. I'm missing out by 4. 4! Oh, well. It doesn't really matter too much. I can just get it later. We looked at the cancelling development, but I didn't want to risk the fact that we could lose some resource points. Luckily, we didn't spend any resource points because we had a failure on a major fuel efficiency for the powertrain department, so that's a little bit annoying. But luckily, we boosted their morale with the questions in Will Buxton's interview, so yeah, not too bad from my half. Go to the track to find out the actual performance comparisons. Apparently, Renault has jumped us going into this Grand Prix, which is not going to be fun. Here we are now, at the Dutch GP. Cloudy practice one, so yeah, maybe not going to be the best of practices. But lead Ocon 4-2 in the rivalry. Looking at the R&D progress history, Renault upgraded just like we have, and yeah, we are slowly closing in to the top, the 3 of the top 4 of the top 5. We are 7th, and going for the least 1 engine components once again. Big brains from me here. So gotta make sure that we have the least 1 so that we can have the best engine performance. But let's go to practice now, and so we can get some more resource points. Someone told the Williams mechanics that they need tyres on the car. Anyway, here we are in practice, changing the car setup to a pre-made one. So hopefully that should do well for us. Coming across the line to do track acclimatization, and it was purple, so purple in all areas, purple lap time, purple points. Coming across the line for our race practice program. 7 tenths quicker on the first lap. Going towards the second lap now. Going 5 tenths up. So not bad again. Going on to the final lap now. Coming across the line, going 4, 5, 6 tenths almost. So purple all round, and coming across the line to finish our qualifying pace, P1, purple lap time, and purple objective. And I do believe, yep, 7th in the prediction. Coming across the line for the ERS management. You cannot get rid of ERS at Netherlands. It is so hard to get rid of the ERS. So we get purple in that. Coming across the line to see if we can improve on the qualifying phase program. Unfortunately, we hit the barrier on the final corner, so we couldn't. And yeah, Jeff is broken at the bottom of the screen there. But for top practice one, so yeah, like I said, maybe I should have gone for the finish first in any session. But car is not reliably at the top yet, so as long as we keep upgrading the car, we should get there soon. Alexander Albon getting P10 in practice with the hard tyres, so I feel feeling good going into this Grand Prix. As one, I've got a setup that is extremely quick, so yeah, as long as Alex can perform, the team's going to have a very good week and in for this race. So yeah, I hope we do well. It seems like we are going to do well, and yeah, second ahead of the pack on the soft tyres compared to the mediums. Resource point, Jesus Christ, voice crack. Resource, oh my god again. Resource points, 1,000 we are on now, so maybe going to save up a little bit and spend it in the beginning of the Spanish GP, releasing 7 PM Christmas, by the way. So don't miss that. I do believe I save them, I think, because if I save them, I can get a little bit extra, and it will allow me to get a major upgrade. Although I do believe I look at getting. Here we go. This is yeah. Well, I don't know. What do I go for? Engine power upgrade. Never mind, I don't save them. Okay, forget about what I said. And let's head to qualifying for the Dutch Grand Prix. Looking extremely good. So, yeah, hopefully no mistakes in qualifying. And we should start quite high up on the grid. Looking there, 2 powertrain upgrades coming from Monaco. What fun. Monaco's a street circuit, by the way. You don't really need power a street circuit, but unless you're Azerbaijan. So, yeah. Power upgrades coming up the worst track possible for the power upgrades. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, rocking a Tiger helmet for the remainder of my F1 career, basically. Hopefully they have this in the next game. I will love it if they have. P5 on our first run, coming across the line for our final run. Heading towards turn 1, we're going to brake about the 60 meter board at 60 meters. Coming into turn 1, missing the curb on the apex, otherwise because you'll spin out. 50 meters, heading towards the carousel, I believe it's called, or something. And accelerating as soon as we can, losing the rear end just a little bit as we head towards 4, 5, 6, heading towards the quick right hand of turn 7, heading towards the right hander again of turn 8, going a little bit wide onto the curbing, going through turn 9, hitting the curb only just, going about 1/10 below our previous best time, coming around the hairpin of turn 11, hitting onto the power as soon as we can to head towards the final sector, went green on our previous best, so looking good. Heading towards final 2 corners now, turn 15 and 16, turn 13 and 6, turn 14 and 15. I don't know. Coming across the line to go about 1.5 tenths quicker, and that puts us in P11 still, with Alex Albon in P13. Coming across the line for our third one. Wait, well, I've made the same mistake again. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Well, another mistake from me. And, yeah. Gonna have to use the race to make up for it. Where did Alex... Alex was P13. I was P11, so,
let's review our top 3 teams.
he's not.
Hamilton and Lando Norris.
Oh, if you don't get points, mate. Alex looking good for some points. Esteban and Ocon are rivals down in 18th, so it looks like we're going to beat him in this race. And Max Verstappen getting pole position with, yeah, not too bad. With the Red Bull, not too bad. It is home GP, by the way, if you don't know. I don't like these questions because it was just a mistake from me. So I'm just going to compliment the powertrain. I'm not sure what happened, to be honest. I lost control of my mind and I had no ability to drive. Beating Rock on in the rivalry at the moment. 2-1 up in points. We are now 6-3 up in total, with 5 races remaining after, including this one. Getting some Team Acclaim. Oh, and if I remember, I think this is the time where Alex's Acclaim went down because I complimented him. Yeah, well, that may have been the Spanish GP qualifying. Sorry, spoilers. I'm sorry. I really need to do one race record and release, one race record release, because I am losing track of everything. There we go. Looking. 2 powertrain upgrades for the for the Monegasque Grand Prix. So yeah, what an exciting prospect. But what's even more exciting is the Grand Prix that's right in front of us. So yeah, quit looking at the R&D screen and let's head to the Grand Prix de Deutschland. No, that's Germany. Grand Prix de Zandvoort. Let's go.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and Zandvoort, 25 miles away from Amsterdam, and the host for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. 4 lefts and 10 rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow and demanding Zandvoort circuit, with plenty of peaks and valleys over the course of a 2.6-mile lap, which will demand absolute concentration from our drivers here.
The circuit is not flat. There is bumps and everything around the circuit. I don't think Codemaster have done well. I mean, they're going to probably do poorly when EA takes over. Alex Albon, my teammate. Why you still got Red Bull? Don't tell me that's giving us bad luck. Fun. He's got Red Bull behind him, you can see.
I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Leclerc, Bottas, Albon, Stroll, and Daniel Ricciardo.
Yep, Danny Rick behind him. Oh, we're behind Danny Rick as well. Seb Vettel getting a penalty. Nice. For us, not him.
Antonio Giovinazzi and Esteban Ocon, Matsushita, Grosjean, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi.
George Russell on the last row of the grid with his former teammate from last season. So yeah, it looks good for the race now. So hopefully we can do good, as we don't want to disappoint the team. So let's get ready for the formation lap. Overfuel the car just a little bit, just by 0.1 of a lap. Nope, we make it so it's exactly on. Get ready for the formation lap, and yeah, let's see if we can get close to the points. Maybe get past Gasly and Ricciardo on the start, and we're already in the points. Jeff telling us about how we don't want to bob down for the race start. Here's the race start, and hopefully the Tiger helmet has brought out a Tiger from within, and yeah, let's see if we are going to gain any places from the beginning of this race. Looking behind us to see Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel behind us. Let's get ready for the Dutch Grand Prix. Everyone's on the grid now, according to Jeff, and the lights are on now. 1 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, I can count, and the 5 lights are out, and we get a good start. Alex Albon gets a poor start, holding up Danny Ricciardo. Going into turn 1, we're following Alex Albon. Hopefully we can try and push Ricciardo. No, he's too far ahead of us for us to do that. Lance Stroll now bobbed down from Ricciardo. We're going to go round the outside of him, going into turn 3, behind Alex Albon. Nope, we don't get past Stroll. I just jinxed myself in it. Luckily we got past Pierre Gasly, so that puts us up into P11 in this Grand Prix now, heading towards Sector 2. We're close on the back of Lance Stroll. Hopefully we can gain time. Fortunately, no matter what I do to set up, I lose time in the middle sector, so yeah, watch out for that later on in the Grand Prix. Going on to the second DRS straight of the circuit, now going into sector 3, and finally Jeff tells us something. Going towards the end of that lap now. Why didn't we just stay on board? I don't know. Not even using overtaking, we're already close to Lance Stroll. We're going to go towards the outside of him. It's not even the outside really, because we're not even at the corner. We're on the straight and we got past him. Looking at the radio now, and I was looking to see if there's anything saying tell Alex to move out the way or something. Unfortunately, there isn't. Jeff now thankfully tells us that we're in P10. I kind of forgot that that puts us in the points. Well done. Did something good like he did in Brazil. Jesus Christ, we passed Gasly in that race as well. We also passed Albon in that race. Can we pass Albon in this race? Maybe. Max Verstappen setting a 1:11.3 on that lap. We set a 1:12.8 as DRS is now enabled on this lap. Hopefully that can help us get past Mr. Albon in front of us. Going towards the carousel, I think I keep calling it the carousel. I don't know. Have a look. Albon his rear end, and it didn't quite work. Do anything. Jeff telling us to use overtake. Hopefully it does help. Going into turn 1, kind of have a look, and maybe we're going to have a look at Albon again. Going into turn 3, pull towards the outside, going close round his outside, but it doesn't quite work, and have to stay in P10 at the moment. Going wide, heading into sector 2, and don't want to do that. Lost quite a bit of time now to Alex. I've put that in so that you know why I've lost time, otherwise you probably would have got a bit confused, although no one watches, so don't really matter. Heading on to lap 6 now, and we set a 1:12.3 with a purple final sector, so we need to get past Albon soon, because he's holding us up, because yeah, on that lap we're behind by quite a bit. We gained time, so yeah. Looking around the outside of him for turn 3, nothing doing there, and yeah, just got to stay behind him again. Losing the rear end as we're on lap 6. Jesus Christ, this race is going fast. Heading on to lap 7 now, going past the 1/3 point, and getting quite close to halfway point where we will be boxing. Heading on to lap lap 8. Setting green sectors once again as got back into the DRS of Alex. Looking into turn 1, nothing doing there. He takes the normal line and stays ahead of us. But once again, we're going to have a look into turn 3. Locking the front left once again. To think about where that tyre was then. Heading on to lap 9 now. Alex Albon is just outside the DRS range of Daniel Ricciardo. I checked in the thing, by the way. So that's why he doesn't have DRS. So we're going to go right to the outside, and we're going to get past Alex Albon finally. And yeah, what a battle with Alex. Hopefully we can have more of that in the season. Locking up the front right, going into the final chicane, only chicane, and telling Jeff to have fewer updates, and challenge Jeff that we're going to come into the box this lap to stop Alex from coming in, because otherwise that would be a double stack and that would be really bad for the team. Coming into pit lane then, stopping it at the marks for the pit limiter so we don't exceed the pit lane speed. Going out now, we get held up by the Red Bull and McLaren, so that's a little bit annoying of Carlos Sainz and Daniel Ricciardo. Heading into the final part of the lap, Carlos Sainz loses the rear end once, and we're going to go down the inside of him all for the penultimate corner, and that puts us up into P13, but I do believe that will put us into P9 when everyone has come out from the pit lane from their first and hopefully only stop. No, for us, hopefully only stop. P8, we've jumped someone. Oh yeah, overtaking Albon put us into P9. I forgot about that. 1/10 down on our previous best lap. Jesus Christ, I didn't realise that before. Going on to lap 13, setting all green sectors. Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon on the hard tyres, I've just realised. So that's a little bit interesting. Looking to see what everyone else is on. Lando Norris on the hards ahead of us. So is Charles Leclerc. So they're going to be slow. But we're going to be slow towards the end of the race anyway, because we're on the mediums. Highlighting Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz there. Going on to lap 14 now, we set a 1:11.7, only improving our lap times. Closing in on Daniel Ricciardo and the pack ahead. Going into the final part of the lap now. Jetton's got 4 laps of fuel remaining. I thought we were going to make an overtake then. Although I already know where I've made all the overtakes, so yeah. Going into turn 1, quite close to Daniel Ricciardo, and now we're into the DRS of Daniel Ricciardo and the train ahead of us. So we're going to be setting red sectors from now on. Going into turn 1, we almost hit Ricciardo. And how many cars is this? 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd. Oh my god. Podium is close. We go right round the outside of Daniel Ricciardo. And Daniel Ricciardo and Carlos Sainz going side by side, so we don't need to worry about them. Valtteri Bottas, quite close to him. Lap 17, penultimate for the race now. Going round the outside of him for turn 1. Nope, there's no grip on the outside there, so we can't do anything there. Hopefully we can make a our signature move round the outside of turn 3. We're going to go right round the outside of him once again, but we don't get the move done in the corner, so we're going to have to get it done in the acceleration zone afterwards. He's quite close with us still. Heading towards turn 7, we want to kind of get move done. We go in on the inside and we bump him just a little bit, and that gives us the position. Heading into the final part of the lap now. Lando Norris and Sergio Perez going side by side through the final bits. So now a podium is actually on. I didn't think a podium was on until then, because we lost a little bit of time with Valtteri Bottas. Heading on to the final lap now. DRS and overtake is going to be powerful here. We're going to go already past Charles Leclerc before the finish line, and we're going to go past Lando Norris on the outside for turn 1, and we're in 4th now. We're in 4th. Going on board for the rest of this lap now. Can we close in on Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton enough? Or try to go around the outside of Perez in the turn 3. We shouldn't have done that, and now we're going to lose a little bit of time. And you know how bad I am in sector 2. This is not going to go well. Going through turn 7, gaining a little bit of time back. Going through sector 2 now, we're losing a little bit of time. You can see that we're 3/10. We're going a little bit of a lock up in the second gear corner. Going through onto the second main straight. Lando Norris having a look. We're not going to do anything, but Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton are going to go side by side, and we're going to go into the corner, and we're going to make contact with Lewis Hamilton, and we're going to get front wing damage. And here's the title of the video. Going into turn the final penultimate corner. Nope. Too much understand. That's a flashback. Yeah, let's do it here. Going into the corner again, they're gonna go side by side. They're gonna make contact, and we're gonna make twice the contact with Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, no, not gonna have that. Second flashback now. Going into the corner, they're gonna go side by side. Contact from them two. We're gonna go around the outside of Lewis Hamilton. Don't quite work, but yeah, so don't go and do our third flashback there. Heading for a 4-3 try of this. Sergio Perez locks up, and we get quite close as Lewis Hamilton loses the rear end. We almost hit him for the final time. Fourth flashback of the race, of the moment, and yeah, disappointment. Going into the corner again, they make contact, loses the rear just a little bit. Gonna try and go round the outside of him, going into hairpin, don't quite work. Going in towards the banking, we got a little bit further this time. We made no contact. We're gonna go head towards the line, but we're in red fuel. We're gonna go into overtake and DRS. We're gonna go get a podium, but no, we've run out of fuel. So we're gonna try. Can we save a little bit of fuel here to get a podium flashbacks. 5 flashbacks now. Going into the final corners now. Heading in lean fuel. We're going to go into rich fuel as soon, not now. Overtaking DRS. We're going to go into, no, we're not going to go rich. We've gone into rich too late. And we've missed out on a podium. And 5 flashbacks. And we stay in the same position. Drive today. But we stay in the same position after 5 flashbacks. 5.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then after a quality.
Oh my god, I've just wasted.
So Anthony, what
I don't know.
difference out there today?
Oh,
I think that's smart time management on track and very
that was at least 3 minutes worth flashbacking.
the absolute maximum out of their time.
And it was all for nothing.
Red Bull put up an outstanding
We
fight
stay
for position
4th.
today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They took
We
some
miss
nice
out on a
sport
second
and
podium of our
be
career.
delighted by today's race win.
Oh my god. I knew I should have overfueled the car a little bit more. It's funny because at the beginning of the penultimate lap, we were about plus 30. At the beginning of that lap, we were about plus 0.3 laps worth of fuel. And I used all of that fuel to stay in contact with them. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed with myself.
Here's how things look in the driver's
I mean, I can't be annoyed.
Valtteri Bottas secures the
I got
championship.
4 from 12.
Let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say
So,
is a contender for driver of the
yeah.
I have to give it to the engine.
And that was what, 3 positions in 1 lap? Because we got Bars around the outside, and then we got, no, yeah, we got Leclerc just before the line, and Norris just after the line.
extend their lead? Meanwhile, a strong week time out.
From that penultimate to final lap.
Another fantastic weekend of racing.
Oh my
We'll
god.
see you for the next one.
I'm disappointed in myself because I didn't take the opportunity to get a podium. Oh well. Interview now. Yeah, engineers have been doing a brilliant job on the power unit. And no one could compete. Fortunately, Mercedes could compete because we ran out of fuel. Yeah, you could say that you underestimated me. But I kind of overestimated the amount of fuel that I underestimated about the amount of fuel that I'd burn. Well, yeah, they're just friendly nudges, you know, just saying hi, hello, how are you with the car. Unfortunately, they didn't reply back, so they're bullies. 4 points up on Esteban, 2 points on Esteban Ocon. That gives us a 5-point lead going into Spain. Increasing team acclaim. Alex Albon somehow is not at level 13 yet. He wants to wait for me. Money now. Getting all the sponsor bonuses. That's what I want to do every time. Losing to damage. I wonder if it counts. Flashback down. Oh no, practice and qualifying. Oh, that makes sense. 4.72 mil. Yeah, we can spend that in the next episode. But a disappointing final lap. If I can remember, it was less than a tenth between me and Hamilton. I should have added more fuel. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you would have done in that situation. I mean, I was enriched for the whole of that lap. I shouldn't have been. I should have gone clean in the corners. Tell me what you would have done down in the comments below. Till Christmas Day for the Spanish TV. I've been Racengineer. Hope you had a good rest of your day. Merry Christmas.